Well, there may be a dark side to the Super Bowl. Some say it brings a heightened rate of domestic violence incidents. And joining us this morning to talk about this is psychology professor Dr. Eric Fox. Good morning. Thanks for your time today. Now, what factors could lead to this increase in domestic violence?
Well, one of the probably primary reasons would be alcohol use. Alcohol use contributes to aggression, a decrease of inhibition, and people are more impulsive when they've been drinking.
Now, domestic violence is always an important issue, but researching this story this morning, it's important to point out that if you go online or any other source of information, there are a lot of skeptics out there who say this is almost like an urban myth, that it's simply not true. Is that the case?
That comes from a story that happened in '93 in which there were some statistics that were said that domestic violence increases 40% during the Super Bowl. And those numbers are over-exaggerations. And despite the fact that that number is a myth, it shouldn't overshadow the fact that domestic violence is a significant issue. That it is likely to increase, but probably not by that percentage. And there's some factors, some additional factors that probably relate to that. One is that in observing violence or football, things that might have a more violent kind of theme, it's possible that modeling or imitating that violence can contribute to it. The fact that men are typically alexithymic, which means unable to really identify their own feelings. So when you don't know exactly what you're feeling, you're more likely to act it out in a way that you might mimic something else. And anger is typically a secondary emotion. Really underlying it is shame or fear or rejection.
And when it comes to domestic violence, a lot of the victims out there may feel that there aren't resources to help. They don't know where to go to. But there are plenty of places they can turn to get some help, correct?
There are. And actually here in San Diego, we have a very unique resource that houses 25 different agencies under one roof. The Family Justice Center downtown has resources including medical exams and resources for children, translator services, everything that somebody might need in terms of getting a restraining order and getting assistance and therapy all under one roof.
And going back to what you said just a short time ago, children really are affected by this abuse in the home.
Absolutely. In fact, 75% of children of divorce have witnessed domestic violence, and the impacts on them are significant. Depression, anxiety, feeling at fault, and blaming themselves for it. In fact, boys that witness domestic violence are 3 times more likely to enter into a battering relationship when they become adults.
All right, Dr. Fox, thanks so much for your time. Of course, again, it's something to keep in mind, not just this weekend, but all the time.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much. And for more information on domestic violence and getting help, just log on to our website, news8online.com, for a link.